It's a new hope for Kansas children battling leukemia, thanks to doctors working with the KU School of Medicine at Wesley Children's Hospital.
12 News reporter Brock Wilson talks with the Wichita doctor that helped bring this life-saving treatment to Wichita, and one family that couldn't be more thankful it's now available here.
Rachel, Mike, acute lymphoblastic leukemia. It's a deadly disease affecting about 3,000 children in the U.S. every year. But KU Wichita doctor Nathan Hall says this groundbreaking treatment will give Kansas families the opportunity to receive a cure they wouldn't normally have access to.
Acute lymphoblastic leukemia is one of the most common childhood cancers.
That's why Dr. Nathan Hall wanted to bring an improved treatment to Wichita.
About 8.5 years ago, we're doing research in Kansas City, and we're having a lot of patients come from Wichita, Kansas, up to Kansas City for treatments that are anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour. And said I really want to come to Wichita and bring treatments down to these kids.
That treatment is called blinatumomab, and for patients with an average risk of relapse, it has a survival rate of 97.5%, compared to about 90% without. For high-risk patients, the survival rate is 94.1%, compared to about 85% without. Thanks to Dr. Hall, in the fall, families were able to begin receiving the treatment at Wesley Medical Center.
My daughter Gianna was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia in March of 2023.
After receiving chemotherapy for over a year, Blanca Alvarado's daughter started taking blinatumomab this past September after it became available in Wichita.
She is doing amazing. She really is thriving. She's better than ever.
Blanca says without Dr. Hall helping bring the treatment to Wichita, her daughter may have never been able to get the treatment she needs.
I remember so well my first question for the oncologist was, is she going to live? Am I going to lose her? I mean, it just has given us so much hope. It's given us everything. It's given us our life back. That's what kind of a difference it has made.
Every child should have the same opportunity and the same treatment across the nation as any other child. Everybody should have that same medical option to get the best treatment possible.
Blanca tells me Gianna is continuing to take her oral chemotherapy every day. She's set to finish her treatment in July. Rachel?
Well, Brock, after such a breakthrough treatment, can we expect to see any other advancements here in Wichita?
Yeah, Rachel, Dr. Hall tells me thanks to this treatment success in Wichita, he now has the opportunity to further that research, and his goal is to get the survival rate for lymphoblastic leukemia down to 100%.